Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back. It is alright. Happy Thursday. Hope you are doing well. Hope your day is going great. Hope your week has been going great. Welcome back to another season. However, my first episode again of Chai with Rai. I started this sort of situation last year with a couple of friends of mine, and I reached out to people whose work, let me just turn down the music, whose work I admired, and I basically just wanted to reach out to people and connect with people and make people smile and just share stories and kind of plant those seeds, those hidden gems. And it became such a passion and a labor of love that I love doing this. And I've got some amazing guests coming through this year, so I'm really excited about that. You can find all the episodes on Instagram Live, so if you go on my page, they'll be on my IGTV section as well. I'm adjusting this hat. I will be putting all of the situations up on Spotify sometime, so if you're listening to this, it might be on Spotify, but it might also not be. So as I said, welcome back to the new season. Today I have the one and only Georgie Bloy, who is a great friend of mine, and one of my really dear friends. Georgie is a PT and a triathlon coach. She is based here in London, however she does stuff online, and I'm just going to get her on because Georgie's going to do an introduction for herself, and we're going to tell you stories how we connected and stuff like that. And let's see, Georgie, I've just accepted your request. Hey!
Hello. I'm very
Can you
excited about
hear
this.
me? Are you? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. We're gonna pretend we haven't spoken all day.
Okay.
No, not really.
No, we haven't. We text and that was it, really.
I voice noted you. Don't be rude, Georgie.
Okay, voice note text.
But how are you? How was your day?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, did some PT this morning and then I've just been studying.
What have you are studying for your nutrition, aren't you?
I am, yes.
I'm just writing this, by the way. Don't feel like I'm not interested in what you're saying. I'm just,
Okay, fine.
yeah. You know I love you. But before I introduced you as a PT, a fitness coach, a triathlon fitness coach, and but I know you as my friend Georgie. Um, what would you say? Because you also used to do modeling and acting. What would you say right now would be like the title for Georgie the Bloy?
I suppose if someone came and said, "Oh, what do you do?" I'd probably say I'm a personal trainer
A
because
personal
that's
trainer.
what I spend most of my time doing.
Yeah. Okay.
And that kind of
Okay.
fits into a
Well,
lot of
Georgie was.
things.
That is very true. That is very. By the way, there's a bit of a lag happening, so that is why I'm like, huh? What? But is there a lag on your side or anything? Or you can hear
Yeah,
me fine?
no, I can hear you fine. It's just your face sometimes just does this and then starts to move again.
Georgie, that's my face. Don't be rude. Ouch. We're gonna kick things off and we're gonna go straight into things, okay? And I'm gonna start with wanting to ask you, which I wanted to know my entire life. Why do you hate Adele?
I
Explain
don't,
yourself.
I don't,
Explain yourself.
no, I don't hate Adele. You're saying you're not putting it into context. Uh, you're Ryan and I know each other from Dig Me, which is predominantly a cycle studio, and Ryan was always adamant that I should be
Is
teaching
is still
Ride,
adamant, not was,
Ride,
is.
that I should be teaching Ride to Adele, which is slow music. You need upbeat music to get everyone going, not
No, you don't.
slow. I feel sorry for myself. Let's all cry music.
Some people do cry on the bike, and I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt you. Hi, Preeti. For you to, just put a little bit of a track of Adele that's not like, remixed or anything. I just want Adele, Sam Smith, Michael Bublé. That's all I'm saying. And this hatred of yours for Adele is getting a little bit too much for me, a little bit sometimes.
Okay, just for you, in one class, I will play Adele.
How long have I known you? And you've been saying that, and I've even come to your classes for you not to do that, and I'm really ashamed.
No,
Ashamed.
I've played Adele, a remix of Adele, so that's
Yeah.
Adele.
I don't want Adele remix. I want Adele original, and not at the end and not at the start. I want it like right in the middle. That's what I
Okay.
want. Yeah.
People might leave, but okay.
And
I'll,
leave you bad reviews.
yeah,
And like,
exactly.
it's okay. I'll cover you. I'll cover you.
Okay.
I'll cover you, and I'll say, guys, this was through me. This is for me, and that's, I'm going through some hardships right now. 2020 has been tough, and that's that.
It has been tough.
It has been tough, but I want to go back to happier times of when you and I met. You and I, as you said, we've met through Dig Me, right?
Yeah.
But I want to know, what's your first memory of me? And today I was thinking, I was like, I can't remember for the life of me when we actually bonded. Was it when I showed up drunk and I was like wasted out of my mind in like the towel room and I was like dying? Or was it when you showed up wasted and you were dying in the towel? One of us had to be wasted.
I remember your first day at Dig Me because you were being really annoying to the other person that was working, and I was the instructor that was teaching, and you just kept
6 o'clock in the
asking.
morning, can I just say, 6 o'clock in the morning, my first day.
You just kept asking all these questions like, "Do I do this? Do I do this?" And Billy, who was working, was like, "This guy doesn't stop asking questions." I was like, I quite like him though. We bonded quite quickly, I find. Yeah, I thought yeah.
Is that David just saying, ride it, don't
Yeah,
hide it?
that was David. And it's so funny,
Oh my God, David, I miss
and
you.
James has joined. I miss you too.
So that's how we met.
It
I
is.
think you were my first. You took my cherry away. You were the first instructor that I spoke to. I was so nervous. Hi, Paul. And I was like, you're so sweet. But I really, really want to know, when did we like bond? When did we bond?
I don't
It
know.
has to be when one of us showed up wasted.
It probably was when one of us was hungover, or I don't know. I'm trying to think. It was a quick. We bonded quite quickly.
I think I know where it is. It's when we started taking pictures for your Instagram.
Oh yeah. So
It was
anyone
when,
that's watching this and that always says, "Oh, Georgie, you've got like all these nice modeling pictures." It's not me taking the pictures. It's Rai. Rai's in charge of my Instagram.
I like to creatively direct Georgie's Instagram
And
in the past.
and then when I
Make it feel
post something
sexy.
that's not kind of aesthetically pleasing, he'll either log in and delete the post, or he'll text me going, "What is this post?"
I'm very proud of your Instagram situation right now. I don't know why I'm saying that right now. Like, I've decided to let go um, of a lot of that stuff, and just tone back and just be civil, and let you flourish on your own. And here you are, flourishing. I'm really enjoying your reels, by the way. I cannot
Thank
tell
you.
you how much I watch. I think all of the views on your buttons video probably are from me, because I continuously watch that video over and over. At least 5 times a day I watch it, because it brings me so much joy and
Oh,
happiness.
really?
It brings me so if anybody
Sexy.
if anybody has not watched that video, it's only because I know Georgie, we have a banter and stuff like that. But if anybody has not watched that video, please go watch it. Georgie, we're just gonna get right into it now that we've done like our formal sort of banter and situation. I want to know about how you got to be today where you're at. So like what you studied at school, what you studied at uni, and like you and I both worked in fashion, which we're gonna get into later on. And we act and stuff like that. And now you're a hardcore, I would say, fitness
Would you say fitness personality or fitness coach? Let's just go with fitness coach.
Fitness
Personal
coach.
trainer, all-rounded, great human being. But yeah, how did this journey come to be, and how is it that you are where you're at today?
Where do you want me to start?
You start.
Um,
It's your story.
Okay, so I went to performing arts school when I was very young, so like 17 maybe, I think. Went to performing arts school.
Yeah.
And then graduated from that, started working as an actress, started working as a dancer as well. And I had an operation on my hip, which meant I had to kind of stop doing any of that stuff. And then through my rehab, I started doing physio. Well, I didn't do physio. They didn't give me physio. They just told me to go swimming. So I went swimming all the time. And then I started working at Virgin Active as a receptionist. And then after that, I got a job as a swimming instructor. And then
is the Virgin Active crew on here, by the way? Because I know you're very tight with the Virgin Active crew.
Yeah, maybe a few of them are.
Yeah.
And then after that, through working at Virgin, I got different qualifications. I got my level 2, I got my level 3 PT, I got my exercise to music, so then I started teaching classes. And over the years, I've just kind of acquired more and more qualifications, done acting less and less, and kind of fitness kind of took over my life from not being a fitness person at all, and actually probably being a little bit overweight when I was younger, to then having it was just, so it's since maybe 2011 I think I've been on like a fitness journey.
Okay. I just want to bring up a visual, if you wouldn't mind, which
How
is.
do you do that? Oh no. Oh yeah, this is me in a TV advert. How did you find that?
That's Georgie. I'm really good. I am excellent. And then, guys, for those of you who want to look at Georgie Le Modele.
Oh.
Georgie, the lies you're telling yourself by saying. Wait, guys, there's more. There's so much. Can I just say, this makes me so much happy. But also, just wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, me in the music video.
Can I just say, you could fit so right into, like, what is it? Like some Netflix situation. Like, so easily. You could fit into all of these. And then.
Oh, no. The worst one. The worst one.
You've had quite a lot of hair. You have had quite a lot of hair, my friend.
I've had different hairstyles.
What would you say has been your favorite hairstyle?
Probably like the one that was the most fun was a Mohican.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to see. By the way, I'm not disinterested. It's because I have visuals, which I was trying to airdrop. It's not this, is it? No, is it the blonde one?
No, it's not that one. But that one is close to the mohawk.
Oh my God, Georgie.
Where did you find these pictures?
Can I just say, I'm in love with this picture.
My ex-boyfriend took that picture of me outside my flat.
I love that picture.
Because I couldn't afford new headshots, and my agent was like, "Georgie, you need new headshots." Oh yeah, that was one of my dancing pictures.
Guys, I'm telling you, and this is very much like an Oscar-worthy situation, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm on the cover. That's more
recent.
That's like a Vanity Fair shoot, I feel like. That's like I'm on the cover of Vanity Fair. I've just won my BAFTA and my Oscars, which I still feel like you need to come back to acting, by the way.
I could do. It's just anyone out there that does PT or like teaches classes, they'll know how much time it takes.
Yeah.
It takes up all your day, and as you know, as an actor, you have to be constantly there all the time, trying to get work, being present. And at the moment, doing both wasn't working. So I'm more towards the fitness side than the acting side, but it's still there. I
Do you
still have
miss
a
it?
spotlight. Yeah, of course I miss it. I love it. I love being creative, and that's something I kind of miss.
I feel
100%.
I'm gonna drag you back this year through some momentum. I'm gonna drag you back this year. Hi, Meghna. We talked about lots of different hairs and yo-yoing and stuff like that. I just want to move on. So we both come from chunky backgrounds, and we both yo-yo in weight. Like we go up and down all the time. As of right now, I'm heavier than I used to be, and you're trying to PT me, and it's going epically bad on my part for the last 5 days. So I do apologize for that. But before that, it was going great. But I just want to talk about like body image issues and yo-yoing. Does it affect you? Does it affect you as a person as opposed to your career? Like how does that, or do you just think now at this age and at this point that it's just natural, it's a part of life, it's part of being, a person? Because I wouldn't even say it's part of being a woman anymore,
Um,
because it
I
happens to
probably,
guys as well. Look,
yeah, oh, 100% it happens to guys. I see men coming to me all the time with issues with their bodies. So it's not just women that have this problem. Um, Especially in my job, either through the photos that you've seen, or um, where you have to look a certain way, or through being a fitness person.
personality, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be seen to be look a certain type or look a certain way to be credited. If you're slightly chunky or have a little bit too much body fat, then will someone actually take me seriously? So yeah, I think it does affect my work, but I think when I was younger, it used to affect me kind of mentally a lot more. That's really why I put on weight, went up to maybe like a size 12, and then went all the way down to a size 6, and probably could fit into like size 4 clothes. So it's quite like a big, broad range of
Okay.
where I've been in terms of size.
I think it's such a shame that we have such negative affiliations or relationships with weight, because I don't know why. If literally it wasn't, I don't know if you feel like this, and I don't know if we've ever had this conversation. If it wasn't for me being in entertainment and pursuing some of the things that we do, I could give a shit. I literally could give a shit about weight or how I look. But
Yeah, but you say
do
that, but
you,
I think you
yeah,
would,
go ahead.
because every everyday people that have like an office job, for instance, that don't have to look a certain way, they still feel pressures from society, social media, and everything else to look a certain way. But one thing I will say, from being a size 12 or being a size 6, I
Yeah,
was no happier being a size 4/6 8 than what I was being a size 12. So it doesn't, I think people think, oh, when I lose that weight and when I get to that weight that I want to be, I'm going to be happy. And that's
yeah.
not the case, because I've been miserable at my smallest, if
Why
that
do you
makes
think
sense.
that is? And why do you think that is? And then I'm going to ask you, do you ever consider this is right in saying, or do you think this is wrong in asking? Do you think there's such a thing as like my prime physical, like peak situation? Like, would you ever look at your life and be like, when I was in my 20s, that was like my prime? Or would you look at yourself now and be like, no,
Mm,
actually, I'm,
uh, yeah, I think late 20s, I was probably in my prime. Definitely not early 20s. I wasn't in my prime because I drank too much alcohol and had
yeah,
an unhealthy diet. But late 20s, I was definitely in my prime, let's say. But I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't happier then to what I am now. So just because I was thinner and had abs doesn't mean I was happy, because as long as you're in a healthy weight, and I've never been, as long as you're in a healthy weight, losing that extra few kilograms doesn't make you any happier. Does that make sense? That's what I've found.
Why do you think lots of people struggle with? Is that Reggie?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Is that Reggie who you're playing with? Reggie! Oh, Reggie. Reggie, I'm going to play with you next week. That sounds wrong, but I'm going to take you out and we're going to hang out. I'm just going to come collect you from the door, and then you're just going to be with me for the rest of the day.
He's walking now.
And then the rest of the year.
No biting. He's walking now.
Is it walking?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, without the leash or with the leash?
With the lead.
How did this happen?
I just got him excited about going for a walk, and he saw another dog and then got so excited he just started walking. But we're not walking miles. We literally walk like 10, not even to Tesco's.
I think
Sorry,
that is a
I've
huge
sidetracked.
achievement. Well done for Reggie.
With the
No
dog.
worries. No, it's fine. My next topic was going to be talking about like mental health and kind of like body image issues, and talking about the mental space during lockdown, especially. Why do you think so many people suffer with body image issues, A, and then 2, take it to a whole extreme to act out on it, whether that's losing weight or gaining weight? Like me, I've given you an unreasonable time to get me into shape without having to do the work, and I'm just like, help me, and you're doing this.
I think a lot of it nowadays is social media, and seeing all these fitness influencers or fitness people being super lean and thinking that's how they should look, and actually that size or being that lean isn't sustainable. So you're kind of putting yourself or giving yourself not an unachievable goal, but as just a normal person that has a normal job, it's going to be a lot more difficult to obtain that leanness. Does that make sense? So I think it's social media. It's just everyone on TV being super thin, and just everyone thinking that being stick thin, or on social media being super muscular and lean, is a way of life, when actually it's unsustainable over a long period of time. It's attainable if you work really hard, but it's not sustainable. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Did you ever look at a TV and get influenced by it to do something? Or like look at a post and things like that and put yourself in measures? Yeah,
I think in acting, when you'd go for like costume fitting, or I remember this was maybe like 15 years ago, I was going to be, I don't know, a ginger star. They wanted me to be their body double, and I was too big. They were like, no, you're too fat to be the body double, because
the costume person said that to you?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you just
don't. Are you kidding me?
You don't fit into the clothes. So in terms of acting, I was like, well, to get these parts, do I need to be stick thin like Keira? When back in the day when Keira Knightley was like really, really thin, I was like, that must be how I need to look. And then I think then through fitness, it's just seeing people do like bodybuilding. I had quite a few friends that did like bodybuilding shows, and then that became more mainstream, and then seeing people on social media being super lean, and then thinking, this is how I have to look to be credible as a fitness influencer,
And
as a coach. When I was doing triathlon, when I was maybe over 10 kilograms lighter to what I am now, I looked like a triathlete because I was so lean. But actually, I was less powerful on the bike. So would I have got a faster time if I was a little bit bigger? I think it's to do with what you see on TV and social media.
how do you separate that from practicing, and how do you step away from that? Because I know myself that mentally affects me. Like, I think I told you when I went to this job last year and I was in casting, and I was like, my stomach is hanging out. I never used to have this. I've got an ass now. Never used to have that. And like my thighs have gotten bigger. Shit has gotten bigger. And I was like, that like literally put me down so much. How do you disassociate from that? I know it comes through time and like, but for you, how do you disassociate from that?
I'm still working on it now. So like I'll film a video for Instagram, and
Yeah.
at the moment I am bigger. I have put on weight this year. But I'm not unhappy in the way I look. I'm just holding extra body fat because I've not been dieting. I've just been eating everything I want.
Yeah.
And probably overindulging a little bit too much. And I might change my t-shirt because my stomach's hanging out. It's a work in progress. It's something I think you have to, if you do have issues with what you look like, you have to look at it every day. It's an ongoing battle, and I don't think I'll ever fully be comfortable and confident in my body. I'll always have to constantly work on it and remind myself that I'm not happier when I'm thinner. It's just in my head. I think that I'm going to be this like confident, happy person when I'm stick thin, and that's not the case.
Yeah. What do you think, where do you think you are right now? Because there was a point, I think last year, where you were just like bulking, if I'm correct in saying. And then the
Yeah.
year before that, you were like, I really want to be lean. Where would you say right now you are? Like your physical space and your head space. Are you now just like, I just want to be this. I just want to stay in the moment. Or like, do you have something? Be as transparent, by the way, because I know you. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
I think obviously lockdown in terms of fitness goals is really kind of this year. I think I wanted to do another triathlon and maybe
really.
Yeah.
How many have you done by that?
Oh, I don't know, a lot. I don't know.
A rough amount, like 10?
Yeah, over 10 probably. I've done quite a lot.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I was hardcore. Like 5 years ago, I'd go to a triathlon in the morning, and then I'd go and meet my friends and go to a festival at night time.
This was before Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan, if you're watching this, how relationships change. Oh, Claire's here! Is that my Claire or your Claire? I don't know whose Claire that is, by the way.
No, you'll know from Dig Me.
Oh, that Claire. I thought it was the Claire. But hi, Claire.
No.
What was I going to? First memory of a triathlon. How did you get on about doing it? What has been the hardest triathlon that you have ever done, and the most brutalist, if that is a word?
So it would probably be, so when I first got into triathlon, I was a swim teacher for adults.
Yeah.
And all of these people kept coming up to me going, oh, I'm training for a triathlon. You need to help me with my swimming technique. And I didn't have a clue what a triathlon was at that point. This is like
I still don't. For some people,
2012. I say, so a triathlon is you swim, you then bike, and then you run, and there's different distances. So I used to teach people how to swim or get better at swimming. So I was like, right, well, I need to know what this triathlon thing is. So I entered a swimathon, which was a swim and a run. And oh my
A
God, right.
swimathon.
Oh,
What?
it was so bad.
Where?
Because
2011. This is
yeah,
when you did your first. Okay.
so this wasn't a triathlon. This was me building up to one. This was me
This
being
is your
sensible.
swimathon. Yeah.
So it was a swim and then a run, and
Yeah.
it was in Hyde Park. And the swim was, I don't know, maybe 500 meters. And I'd only swam outside once before, and I swam literally like this all the way round. I had a nightmare. My goggles filled up with water. I couldn't see where I was going. I kept banging into people. I lifted my head up and was swimming in the completely wrong direction. And then, because obviously I was a novice, I didn't
Yeah.
have any of the gear. So there's me with like a swimming in a t-shirt and shorts,
No, you
thinking
didn't
that
even
was
have the get.
yeah, yeah, but I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it. So then I got out of the water, put on my trainers, ran in my wet t-shirt and shorts, and I remember in my head thinking, in the run, I was like, right, I can't do this. You need to give up. You need to somehow like forfeit. And I was thinking of ways that I could stop and not be like, oh, I gave up. So I was like, maybe I'll just fall over and then I don't have to do the race. Or maybe if I just, I don't know, bang into someone. I was thinking about all these ways that I could get out of
Running.
racing. Yeah, running. And then in my head, I was thinking to myself, oh, Georgie, you're kidding yourself. You're not sporty. You don't do things like this. And I
Oh
was trying to
God.
talk myself out of it, because when I was a kid, wasn't sporty, so I was only
Yeah.
just getting into like sport and activities. So yeah, it was an awful experience. And then I was like, right, I need to get better at this, and I actually really like gave myself a kick up the backside and started working really hard on my training. Started running into work, really got into running, practiced my swimming, and then eventually when I did my triathlon, I wasn't then thinking of ways that I could
Not do it. Forfeit.
not and forfeit the race without saying that I gave up, basically.
Wait, did you finish the swimathon, and at
I finished
what
it.
timings and distance? You must remember. It's your first one.
I think it was like a mile run. It wasn't even that far, but I was just getting into it, so I was really unfit. And I don't know what time I did it in, but I was one of the last people. But obviously everyone else who took part in the
Yeah.
race could see that I didn't have any of the gear. It was my first one. Whereas actually, but in my head, I was like, oh my God, everyone's judging me and I'm really bad. When actually everyone was really supportive and was like,
Yeah.
oh, well done, it's your first one, you did really well. But in my head, I was thinking everyone's judging me.
God. I have a legitimate
I feel like I've
question
just babbled
because
on
I'm
about the
stupid like
story.
that. No, this is hilarious. So wait, you get out of the water and you're all wet. You don't change into your dry clothes. Your trainers are there, right? Is somebody watching over your trainers, your running shoes? Because anybody could take any pair at that time.
So if at Hyde Park, there's like a bit cordoned off where it's called the Serpentine, where you can swim
Where the
and you
gallery
get
is, yeah.
changed. Yeah. And so you can get changed. So everyone just had like a designated area. It wasn't like an official race. It was just like a fun race. Whereas in a triathlon, you have like a certain place where you put your bike. It's a lot more kind of professional. But at that point, I hadn't done a triathlon. I was
Is this in the
like
winter or
swimming.
in the summer, by the way?
No,
Because if it's in the
it was in the
winter,
summer. It was in the summer.
imagine if it's in this winter, because you also taught in the docks. Not last year, the year before that, in the freaking cold. Until October, November?
Yeah, so fast forward like, I don't know, 5 years. I've then done loads of triathlons, actually got quite good at it, and then I started coaching open water swimming. and had a proper wetsuit. And I used to coach up until late October. So I've done a night swim in the docks where the XL Centre is, in the dark, and had like a little tow float
Lanterny
attached.
pouch.
Yeah, had like a tow float attached to me that lit up, and then you could see everyone swimming in the dark. It was so scary.
What do you remember your first day? Wait, I want to know what's the worst story, because I think I've asked you this stupidly. I was like, I'll be one of those people that'll be like, okay, I'll go, I'll psych myself up. As soon as I get in the water and I swim just a little bit, I'm like, I'm out, I'm dying. What do you do in moments like that? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, I think like obviously I'd been open water swimming for like maybe 4 or 5 years before I became a coach. And yeah, I've been swimming in the Serpentine and saw a plastic bag and thought that it was like a shark or something, and then like like embarrassed myself. The worst one, this was my first year of coaching open water swimming in the docks. I had a woman the first time, she was really nervous, and we'd got away from the pontoon. We'd had like 45 minutes of like just getting into the water, and then we started swimming out, and the water level was higher than usual. I don't know what happened, but there was, the buoys that float on the water. The things
Actual
that float
boys,
in the
or
water.
they're called the boys?
No, they're called
Yes,
buoys.
yes, the balls.
Yeah,
I
the
call them
balls that
balls
float on the
because
water.
they look like balls.
Yeah, okay, the ball that floats in the water. So it was slightly submerged.
No, we call them boys. Yeah.
So it was slightly submerged, and this woman was like swimming, and then we stopped. I was like, "Oh, well done! You swam like 50 meters. Look how far you are from the pontoon." I was like, "This is amazing." She was like, "Oh, actually, I'm really enjoying it." And then I banged into the buoy that's obviously rock solid but couldn't see. So in my head, I'm thinking it's like a dead body or something. So now I start screaming. I'm like, ah! So then this woman that's already petrified in the water is then like, ah! So then we're both like screaming at each other, thinking that we're going to drown or there's like a dead body or a shark, when actually it's just a floating buoy. How professional. That was when I'd first started. That's like years ago. That was in like 2016. So if you're thinking of having open water swimming lesson with me, I've had 4 years of practice now.
Georgie, this is why I watched the Meg with Kavit the other day, and this is why I do not mess with nature. Okay, I don't do walks in nature, I don't cycle in nature, I don't do water in nature. I need light, and I'll go to a beach and I'll go to a little section and I'll come back. This is why you don't mess with nature.
Yeah, but once you get over that, oh, I can't see anything, there could be a shark or a dead body, it's actually really enjoyable, and there's nothing better. I actually really love coaching. I love swimming in the docks. It's amazing. Summer's day, swimming around. Oh, it's great. It's great.
Somebody just said spin with Georgie is safer at Blackfriars. I agree with you. See?
Yeah, it's
there you
safer.
Go.
Yeah, we're not gonna bang we're not gonna bang into a dead body.
No, unless the person faints and things like that, which has happened sometimes because
your glasses someone's fainted in my class.
And Chloe's actually.
Chloe's here as well. Hi, Chloe. Yeah, we're probably both known for
fainting people. What are you known as? What do the Pinson and Mason crew call you? They call you, what is it? The monster or something? The challenge monster or something?
The challenge monster.
Oh my God, they're hilarious. They crack me up. I can't believe that. Wait, I want to be on a happy note for a second, then we'll move on to this stuff. But if you're participating in this, I want to know your worst teaching, or if you're a student, what sort of like experience, like has somebody fainted, somebody get injured, has somebody gone and like yapped to you, or let's say interesting for a lack of interesting.
So that one where I banged into the boy when I was teaching that woman, Um, I know. I've been teaching, as you know, I was personal training. There's a few embarrassing ones, but this is a embarrassing one. So, it was my first personal training session with this guy, and he hadn't quite bought sessions, so I was trying to impress him with my knowledge and expertise on training. And we were doing agility work. We were doing like an agility ladder, and it was in the studio. I put like this ladder, and he was doing the ladder, but very, very, very slowly, like fast feet in the ladder. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
So then
I know what you mean.
he wasn't doing it fast enough, and I was like, right, okay, that's good, but I need to see faster feet. And then I demonstrated, let's go faster feet, and fell flat on my face and ripped a hole in my leggings. It's quite an embarrassing one.
Wait, where was the hole? Where was the hole?
Just on my knee,
Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Hilarious. You do, I would have thought that you would have said something in regards to forgetting your stuff, because one does like to forget things everywhere. Georgie Bloy.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten. There's so many things.
iPads, computers. Just saying, my dear friend. I want to move on to, we're going to talk a little bit about mental health. We're going to go back to that sort of topic and conversation, and link that into, you and I both come from, we're going to get serious now, but try and be funny at the same time, because through our pain, we will find humor. That's how I've learned to live with life, and sarcasm, and lots of ice cream and donuts, which you don't condone of, even though I will. Yeah, even though my answer to life is running away from your problems and eating them. Going to Bagel Mania, getting a bagel, and getting Georgie to eat half of my bagel, and then Georgie being like, "No, I don't want it." But okay, it smells so good.
I'll eat it.
I'll eat it, fine. And then, like, literally before her class, shoving that donut in her mouth and then teaching the class, which she's never done. Let's just say. You and I both come from, like, let's just say, interesting backgrounds, and we have interesting relationships with our family and our loved ones, and we both have had like anxiety, and like I talked about this with Chloe as well, who's on the live, and we've gone to therapists, and we've gone, like, we've talked to each other, we've talked to friends and stuff like that, but how do you deal now when it comes to issues of the mind and like your mental health and things like that? Do you think you still are in that sort of mode where you're just like, brush it aside, I need to just distract myself with things? Or do you deal with things properly? Like, how do you cope with that now? How's your relationship with that?
It depends how busy I am with work. If I'm really busy with work, then I'll kind of just distract myself with working and feel like crap. But over lockdown, obviously, I've had a lot more time to myself.
Yeah.
So I've been able to really kind of like work on things, but it's definitely a daily thing. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm fine, and then neglect yourself, and then in a few months' time you feel like absolute crap again. So it is a daily thing. But one of the biggest things is sleep. If I don't get enough sleep, and I over say a week get less, because you should get 8 hours sleep every night.
I don't believe in that, even though you push me to say that.
But if I don't get an adequate enough amount of sleep, it really affects my mental state.
Yeah.
Like big time. So that's like one of it's a lot easier to kind of fix. That's like one of the biggest things that has helped me, is getting enough amount of sleep. But yeah, it's reminding yourself every day that you are going to have bad days, but you're also going to have good days. But it's just being that little bit more resilient when there are bad days. Does that make sense?
How do you deal with the bad days now? No, it does. How do you deal with the bad days now?
So I've seen quite a few different kind of therapists and people, and one of them taught me something about a worry time. So I used to worry all the time, and I'd constantly have things like in my head all the time. And you have what's called worry time. So you designate a certain amount of time within the day to sit down and worry about your problems. So I would then say to myself, I can't worry about this right now. Can I fix the problem right now? No, I will leave it to worry time. And if I've already had worry time and it's later in the day, I will say, I've already had worry time. I don't have time for this. If I can't fix it right now, I will put it in the box and address it later. And then usually by the time worry time comes, that problem's not there.
Worry time. I'm gonna do that. I don't think you've ever told me about that, by the way. I don't think you've ever told me about that.
Yeah, it does help, because a lot of the problems or the thoughts that are running in your mind, usually after a few hours, they're not as an issue. Obviously, there are issues that I'm constant. There's never going to go away. But that will have to be addressed with a therapist. You can't. I'm a big advocate of going and seeking help and speaking to somebody, because I think maybe like 3 years ago, I must have read every self-help book there is, and it still didn't. It helped me. It definitely helped me along my journey through therapy, but I couldn't fix myself. You can't just. Does that make sense? You can't fix yourself. You have to.
Yeah, no, it does.
I'm a big advocate. You have to speak to people, and you have to speak to a professional and not your friend or your family member, because they're not equipped with the right tools to help you.
Yeah. I want to ask you something that I feel like I should ask you personally of this, but I'm just going to ask you. And if you feel like that's too personal, you can just be like, I don't want to answer that, or like move on. Can we move on? Which is fine. And I won't take that personally. But I just want to take it back. I think like life affects you physically and mentally, and sometimes the mental part of it is a lot more. I had this deep conversation with Chloe as well. Chloe, if you're here, just do a little whoop whoop. How much of the percentage of our past mentally affects us now, or certain things? So like, I think we've talked about my relationship with my family definitely impact my relationship with Kavit 100%. My relationship with just what I've experienced in the past mentally affects me being able to pursue a career or do other avenues or have self-doubts and things like that. I still don't know what the answer to that is. It's talking through people like you that I have found my therapy, because I've done therapy in the past. But like, tell me some of your perspectives on this.
It's that you're always going to have this I'm not good enough thought, or that I used to be worried that I wasn't good enough for things, or I didn't know enough, or I was always self-conscious and didn't have any belief in myself, because say from childhood, if your thought, I'm someone that's used, or you don't have any boundaries, you grow up to
Yeah.
then think, well, then I'm not good enough for this job, or I'm not confident enough to be able to do this. You're always don't have any self-belief or self-confidence in me and my abilities. That's something that you always have to work on. I think it's never going to go
I feel like
away.
I think like through watching you, I feel like you have such a great life. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like, I mean, obviously the grass is always green on the other side. Somebody will always think that, but you know,
Yeah.
like we all have issues and things like that. But I look at you and I see such knowledge and I see so things, and then I'm just like, why are you doubting yourself? You're so amazing and you're so good and you're so, you know, you should do this, you should do that. But then to apply that to myself, I'm just like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm okay. No, I'll just be in my little corner over here. You go for it.
Because it comes from when you're a child thinking that you're not good enough.
Do you do that
And
though?
yeah, for anything, I'll
Yeah.
think, oh no, I won't then think, oh no, I'm not good enough for this. It's just something that's ingrained in my brain.
Got it.
It's having confidence or having self-worth and self-belief is, when you have very low self-esteem, is very difficult. Because if you don't have self-esteem, then you can't believe in your abilities, or you can't believe in your self-worth. So building up your self-esteem then builds everything else up. But it's an ongoing struggle, I think. And I think it's something that everyone has at different levels, I think. Some people have a very high self-esteem, some people don't. It's just kind of
Where are you on the scale?
I'm a lot higher than
Today?
what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, my self-esteem is right up here. But talk to me, had this conversation with me 2 years ago, it would have been like right down here.
Yeah.
But it goes like this, and it's then having the tools in your toolbox to then go. If you have a knock from an acting job that you didn't get, or you have a knock from a comment that somebody says to do with work or anything, it's having then those tools in your toolbox to say, actually, no, I am good enough, and I'm not going to let that knock my confidence, and then just carry on. Whereas if you have low self-esteem, it then you'll then just go on that downward spiral of then thinking, oh, I'm
Yeah.
not good enough, or that. Does that make sense?
No, it does. I'm gonna try your worry method that you mentioned earlier before.
Worry
I'm gonna
time.
move on to the digital space. Yeah, worry time, sorry, that was it. I'm gonna move into the digital space and our journey with it, Georgie Bloy. How important do you think now it is to have a digital presence? Firstly, actually, and secondly, how vastly has the digital space affected the fitness industry?
Massively. I think
So the first
now.
is how important is it? And secondly, how vastly?
Okay, so it's very important. I think, especially now we've been in these lockdowns. If you're someone that works in the fitness industry and you're not on social media, it means your audience is very small. Being able
I can
to,
hear Reggie, by the way.
yeah, being able to write posts and put out videos, it just broadens your audience, and it means that you can. I've met, through doing YouTube videos, I've coached people in America for swimming. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't online. So it is super important, but it's not. There's you could be anybody that Oh yeah, you can hear him. You could be anyone
Is he
and
sleeping?
have an Instagram account and sell fitness or nutrition. It nutrition guides. So I do
Reggie.
think it needs to be on he's had a bath today.
Oh,
No,
has
don't
he?
bite me.
Reggie.
He's
Reggie.
teething at the moment.
I love a bit of Reggie. I'm gonna try and find a picture of me and Reggie whilst we do this. Oh, he is. He was teething me the other day, like literally, and then humping, of course.
Yeah, he wants to hump now. It's quite bad.
Have you got him neutered yet?
No,
Are you going to?
no, I'm not going to.
Oh my God, is he?
You don't want your balls chopped off, do you? No.
What? Reggie's gonna be a man of the playground. Um, do you now consciously make? Do you not consciously make content for lockdown? By the way,
I do now. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you get
Um,
affected by the views and by like? Are you really careful of the content that you put out there now?
um, yes, but the content that I think that will do really well won't do well. But then I'll just put a picture up that you've taken of me in a
Such
swimming
as,
costume,
such
being
as.
like, oh, really missing the swimming pool in lockdown. It will get like hundreds and hundreds of likes. I will then like a
Or
video,
such as this.
or like a video of, yeah, exactly. We'll get like hundreds of likes, and then a video where I'm actually like giving knowledge on a subject that could really help people will get like 50 likes. So it's about having a balance between what you would maybe say like a sexy picture, a fun picture, a fun reel, something serious. So that I'm trying to like do everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not just boring, being like, be on a calorie deficit to lose weight. Don't just do cardio, lift weights. Like it can be boring, so you have to do fun things.
Do you sometimes think though, like the whole? I think I heard what Chloe saying because people are just wanting to see your sexiness. That is very true. Do you want to see the people sexy? I think it's interesting the whole social media game and things like that, and how perfect and sometimes imperfect do you look. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't know how you guys do it to have just a little role or just like a little bit out of shape or a little this can impact your guys' career so much. I feel like more than as a dancer or an actor, and I don't know how you guys do it. Especially, I feel bad for you when you put in so much. Like I know behind the scenes, like right now you're studying to be a nutritionist, and you put in so much behind the scenes in regards to how to be a better fitness coach, a better PT. Hello, have I lost you? Georgie, guys, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Guys, somebody let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello? Hello? Oh no, Georgie's left! Georgie's gonna come back. It's just probably Georgie's internet. She's gone. She's left me alone. But I just wanted to talk to Georgie in regards to as soon as she comes back, that she. Oh wait, Georgie's coming back. Georgie's coming back. Is Georgie coming back?
I'm here. I'm here. I
Georgie,
could hear you.
get yourself a better Wi-Fi router. That's all I want to say.
I've turned off Wi-Fi. I'm on 4G now.
I was just gonna say, do you sometimes feel sad? And actually, Chloe or any of the people of fitness, if you guys want to answer this, but I sometimes feel bad because you really do put in a lot of time behind the hours and really go beyond your means to educate yourself on certain things. And I find it really sad when the profitability of that doesn't, like the revenue of that doesn't show. So like for
Mm.
all of the freelance teachers out there or people who are just freelancers who have immense amount of talent and have put in the knowledge but aren't big on social, um, and just aren't getting enough work or enough jobs, it's because she supports West Ham.
irons.
Whereas opposed to some people will just like, I don't know. I don't want to demean people, but dancers who will turn into fitness personalities, and become PTs and take jobs and like, I don't know, teach you how to squat and that will get you a better butt or something like that.
Yeah, but it's like if you're good at marketing yourself on social media, then you're going to be successful. Some of the best people in the industry that I know have like 300 followers, but
Yeah,
they're so knowledgeable. It's
agreed.
but they're just not very good at marketing themselves or taking pictures of themselves or just putting out content that is entertaining enough that they find an audience.
Somebody saying Jen Settler. I have no clue who Jen Settler is, but that is probably my
I'm
fault.
guessing.
And I'm guessing that's my fault as well.
What? Sorry,
See?
my Reggie's just been sick. Reggie!
Reggie, what did you do? Is it all the cheese sticks that Georgie feeds you?
I
Do
think
you want
it
to
might
go?
have...
Do
One
you want to go
second.
grab him?
No,
God.
don't eat that. You're disgusting. Ugh, right. That's going away. There we go. I'll sort it out in a minute.
In a minute, probably half an hour. Fitness tips during lockdown.
Okay. I said it, this isn't really fitness, but I've said it before. Get enough
Fitness
sleep.
and mental health
Okay.
tips during, yeah.
Sleep is the most important one that people don't talk about enough. Get as many... Reggie's climbed up on the sofa just to get the stick. No! Leave the stick alone.
Where's Dan? Where the hell is Dan?
He's nowhere to be seen. Right, so get enough sleep. No one's going out for dinner. No one's going out on a night out. Everyone can get or try and get as close to 8 hours sleep as they can. Okay.
Don't oversleep, you guys. Don't
No.
oversleep. 8 is enough.
So that's tip number one.
Okay.
Our fitness tip is just move. So a lot of my clients who are working from home, if they don't train with me on that day, they won't leave the house. They won't move their body. So either plan to go for a walk in, sorry, I had to move this stick again. Plan to go for a walk in the morning before you start work, at lunchtime or in the evening.
Uh-huh.
So I put it on the dining room table. He won't be able to get it there. There we go. So move your body, get outside and go for a walk.
Okay.
And another fitness tip is don't put so much pressure on yourself. I know in January people are like, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to like, or whatever it might be. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. We are in the middle of a pandemic. We are in the middle of a lockdown. This is not normal life. So just be kind to yourself and don't put so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? You know, every instructor has their speciality. Mm-hmm. What would you say is your speciality as a PT?
Well, I suppose I'm a triathlon coach, so I have a lot of clients that are training for triathlons.
Which are cancelled right now.
Which are all cancelled, which is great. So trying to keep those people motivated is quite difficult.
Yeah.
But I suppose, but then I've got clients that have issues with like their self-esteem or body image, and I really enjoy coaching people to become more confident in their body, or beginners. I actually really enjoy coaching beginners. So if any beginners out there want to get into strength training or want to do a marathon or get into a triathlon, come and see me. I will help you.
Georgie Bloy. 2021.
21.
There you go. I have to ask you something. Oh, there we go. how does it feel to be constantly, I feel like this. I wanted to always ask you this in an interview capacity because I always feel like you're always considered to be like the underdog. Sometimes your shyness and your quietness can be taken for, I don't know, like that you're not qualified enough or you're not good enough. When
I didn't know I
exactly
came across as the underdog.
because
So I
you
was top dog.
I feel like, well, in my eyes, you're top dog. You're princess of Morgay. In my eyes, you are of the highest pedestal. Everybody in Dijme knows that you are my numero unos. You know that position is taken, and then everybody else is in line after that. Unfortunately, but do you constantly feel like, as well as like as a woman as well? Do you feel like there are certain stereotypes that you will always be boxed into or
Um,
challenged by?
I think in, say, not the PT world, but say in the instructor world,
Yeah.
you most instructors are extroverts, I find,
You're a very shy person.
and I'm not an extrovert. I'm a little bit more of, say, I'm not an introvert, but I am I'm a little bit more quiet. I don't have a loud voice. Um,
You don't.
I'm not your typical, say, like confident woo
Yeah.
kind of person. So I think, say, in that sense, yes, because, but you could say introverts and extroverts in any workplace. A lot of extroverts will um, be more likely to get the promotion because they're out there being seen more, whereas an introvert is less likely to even ask for the pay rise or the oh, what's the bloody word, the
Equal.
job that they're looking
E
for. I can't think
um,
of the word.
come on.
Promotion, there we
It
go.
got it. I was like, equal wage?
Yeah, promotion.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm probably a bit more of an introvert, which I think is sometimes in some of, or even acting as well. If
Yeah.
you're not the loudest person in the room, you're more overlooked. And I'm not the loudest person in the room. But that doesn't mean that
Until
I'm not
somebody's a bit,
confident,
until somebody's
or
a bit tipsy, they're very,
I'm still not that loud even when I'm tipsy.
you're more giggly.
Yeah. I think being a woman, yes, as a PT, you're judged quite a lot. Um, you you might get, someone might say, oh, you don't know how to build muscle, or I want to look a certain way, you won't be able to help me, or men in general will be like, oh, you can't spot me on a bench press. It's like, well, I can spot you on a bench press. I just know how to spot somebody and I will be able to spot you.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes it's annoying being a female in the fitness industry because you're kind of put in a certain kind of category. So yes, I do kind of feel the stereotype of, oh, you're just a girl and you'll do toning with me. So,
Do you
no.
feel challenged to be a specific size then? And then, going back to that sort of thing, do you feel like you have to look a specific way, like always be put together in a specific way?
You'll probably know me.
You don't care. I
I don't.
care. You
I
will
don't.
come in with, with a bloody no wash hair, hair frizzy, hoodie, everything, and I'll take you and I'll just comb your hair, plait your hair, and
But then, well, no. But the thing is, males, they have to still look put together. It's
yeah.
just being a female, you have to wake up that much earlier. Like, I have a lot of hair. Do you know how long this takes to brush or to straighten or to do anything with?
Yes, I know. I have brushed your hair and straightened and combed
Yeah,
and styled you.
it's like grooming a shaggy dog.
Well, if you
No.
brushed it more often, Georgie,
I
maybe.
do. Look, I brushed it today.
Well, thank you so much for doing that.
But yeah, I do feel like if I don't have makeup on, will people want to train with me? Or if I'm meeting a new client, oh, if I don't have makeup on, will they judge me, or will they? But then I don't want someone to train with me just on the way I look. I want them to train with me because I know what I'm talking about.
Do you think sex sells for women? And have you ever used it to, like, or your feminineness to get clients?
I don't think I have, but there'll be PTs or people that have worked with me that will probably say that I do. I haven't deliberately kind of gone and flirted with somebody to just get a client. No, I haven't. I haven't.
Okay, all right. You're just generally a nice person then.
I think if you're on about being an instructor in a room full of people, you have
Yeah,
to have some form of charm and like
charisma.
you might, yeah, charisma. You might like wink at somebody, but it's not in a in
I
a
want to sleep with you.
yeah, I want to sleep with you way. It's like, yeah, Roy, you're doing great. Keep going, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is that how you met Dan, by the way?
I met Dan when my boyfriend,
Yeah.
when I worked for Virgin Active. We both worked in the same gym.
Reggie, I'm talking right now. Can
Yeah,
you go
I am
away?
talking. So we both worked in the same gym, and we'd worked with each other for, I don't know, probably a year and a half. I really fancied him. I thought, and then I didn't think that I would be his type. So we only kind of realized that we liked each other like a year and a half into working together.
How is it working with being in a relationship with another PT, especially with somebody who is very, very into his diet, very much into working out all the time? Like, I don't think I could be with anybody like that.
I think, yeah, I think to be with, I wouldn't be with someone that didn't like going to the gym.
Yeah.
I'd like, it's a big part of my life. So the first thing I want to do at the weekend is like go to the gym, and I enjoy eating good food. So I think but you have to be a certain type of person. If you don't like going to the gym and you're dating a PT, it's not going to work. But also, being a PT, for goodness sake, Reggie, being a PT, you also have to, it's long hours. So,
Happy New Year to Chloe and who is in
oh
there? I
yeah,
can't. Yeah.
it's long hours. So if you have like a normal job, I have to wake up at like 5 in the morning, but then we can travel into work together. We
Yeah.
can kind of plan our diaries around each other. So I enjoy being with a PT, but I think you have to be a certain person to date a personal trainer, I think, for a
Do
long
you
amount of time.
do you ever stop talking shop, or is it a continuous thing? Like
No,
fitness or
we sometimes have like full-blown conversations on like a training split or like
and would
how
you just be like, no, Dan, you're stupid. Stop it. That's not how it works. And you'll be like, Georgie, you're talking rubbish.
um he,
You,
he'll probably say you're talking rubbish more than I will say he's talking rubbish.
well, he'll probably say you're talking effing rubbish because
Yeah, probably. But
Dan, if you're
no,
watching this.
we do we kind of share ideas and run things past each other and talk about like what we might do with a certain client or something. So it's definitely nice, but we don't talk about gym all the time. I definitely think that there's a stereotype to guys who are like big and muscly, and you think all they'll just talk about the gym and food all the time.
Yeah,
They won't.
I think that about Dan and other people that I know.
yeah, that you're just like, oh, you're just a musclehead, you don't know anything else. It's like, no, there's obviously more to that person.
Yeah.
But being looking like that, it takes a certain amount of work and it does consume your life, but it doesn't mean that it has to be your whole life. I definitely talk about other things.
Do you, in a last question about this, are you guys competitive? Because now you're both freelancers, and especially in lockdown, does it get difficult to kind of look
What,
over and be like,
like,
oh,
oh,
yes,
you've got more
he has
clients
more
than me?
clients than me. Oh, shit. Or like he's more active with my clients. Shit, I need to get off my ass and do something. Like you both have, I think, from having spoken to you, you both have an equal amount, if I'm correct in saying.
Yeah, I don't really get jealous from how busy he is, and he
Or do you
doesn't.
get jealous when you flirt? Because part of your, sometimes you have to flirt a little bit with
You
clients, or
don't.
just a little.
You don't. You don't. I've never been worried that, oh, Dan used to have a lot of female clients, but I've actually sent a young, quite attractive female to him because I
Okay.
couldn't train her because she was leaving my gym, so I sent her to him, and I
Imagine if
was
she was
like,
like, "Oh my God, this is such a great open relationship."
no, but I, there's no jealousy.
Okay,
There's no jealousy.
got it. You're not a jealous person. All
I'm
right,
not a jealous person.
you're not. Okay, we've got two more things before we move on to a fun little game. So we're going to bang them out in the next 5 minutes because I also want you to have a nice little dinner if you haven't had it. But I'm
I haven't had
knowing
dinner.
you, knowing. Okay, cool.
Dan's
Um,
already come downstairs like, when are you finished? I'm hungry.
Dan, I'm so sorry. I know you're in. I know I'm in your ears, but like Dan, I'll be done soon. Um, we can either talk about. Oh, we've already talked about sexist being, sexist challenges in the fitness industry. We can either talk about race challenges in the fitness industry now, or we can talk about fashion and your acting past
uh,
first. Which one would you like to talk about?
I don't mind.
I don't mind as well,
Let's go the fashion one first.
because it's easier to talk about.
No, is this the last thing you said?
Um, we have both talked about our fashion past, our, our, our awkward fashion past. I wonder if we were still modeling, would we be meeting? Would we actually have met? You and
Would
I.
we might
Because
have done.
you and I both worked in the hair fashion industry
Hmm.
for
We
a short amount of time, for a very
and
short amount.
we also had the same agent, so we
We
probably
did.
could have crossed paths at some point.
We could have done a shoot together,
We
Georgie.
could
We
have done
still
a shoot
can. We
together.
still
We
can.
still can.
I want to ask you two things. One, best memory of your entire fashion and acting, and then worst.
Best memory was probably uh working. Actually, this was actually dancing.
Yeah,
This was dancing at Wembley Stadium
for
in
Tiny
front
Temper.
of, yeah, in front of like six, I don't know, thousand, 60,000. I don't know how many people that arena holds, but a lot.
Could you show me the one of the 8 counts that you did, please? And 5, 6, 7, 8. We go
How do
one,
you
two,
remember
5,
that?
6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2,
I
3,
can't
4.
remember what it was. It was so long ago. It's like over 10 years ago.
Okay, dancing at the O2 Arena. This was in
No,
20
Wembley, I don't
Wembley,
know, 2010?
16, 2010. Wow.
2016? No way. 2010 or 2009? I don't know.
Okay, 2009, 2010. And worst ever.
That's probably going to be an audition.
Yeah. Do you hate
Uh,
auditioning? I hate. Oh my God.
the embarrassment sometimes.
Oh my God. Do you have a really good audition story?
What, like a funny one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do the less embarrassing one.
Well,
Um,
whilst you do that, I'm gonna do something.
so the less embarrassing one was when I first graduated. So this would have been like, I don't know, 2006, 2000. Oh no, you can't.
I can turn it up. Wait, hold on.
Oh no, how did you find that audition tape?
Guys, just
It's just
who
my
is
hands.
zooming into your hands?
I don't know. I got somebody.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
What am I doing? I had to be jumping on a trampoline.
And
It was
wait.
like a young girl jumping on a trampoline. And yes, I am fit and healthy to jump on a trampoline. For flip's sake. Yeah, that wasn't
Why
the
do they
most.
make us do the most? Oh my God. I hate castings and how
Yeah,
they can haunt you. This
yeah,
this
they
shit
can.
can haunt you.
Definitely. I'm embarrassed from things.
I don't think you should be embarrassed. You look great, but I'm just like, if you want to see that, just mute it and stuff like that, and just jumping around
Like, what am I
like this.
doing? Like, young girl jumping on a trampoline, like, woo! And yes, I am fit and healthy to jump on a trampoline. Give me the job.
Did you book that job?
No, I didn't get the job. I didn't book it.
Oh my
For
God.
God's sake. Um, most second most embarrassing one was I've just graduated, and I remember my singing teacher saying, "Georgie, you'll never be in the West End. You don't have like a good enough voice, but you
Yeah.
can sing in tune. You don't have a very
You,
interesting voice, but you can sing in tune.
you can
So,
sing great, by the way. I've heard you sing.
but it's not very interesting." So he said, "You'd be really good in a girl like pop group." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So then
Were you in a girl band?
no, I wasn't in a girl band. So then I don't remember how I got the audition. Anyway, it was an audition. They were looking for performers and dancers to join this pop girl group. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, fine. So then I decided to sing Sugar Babes Push the Button.
Can you please sing it right
Oh,
now a little bit?
no.
5,
But
6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
if you're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let me know. Honestly, but bearing in mind that
Oh
that's
my
fine,
God.
it's in tune, it's just really embarrassing, it's just boring. Anyway, all of the other girls that went to this audition were singing Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, had amazing, I'm not joking, amazing voices. So,
Yeah.
like in the room, obviously we're all waiting outside, and I could hear all these girls going in there and singing like these amazing songs, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't go in and sing Sugar Babes Push the Button. I just can't. And I did. I went in and sang Sugar Babes Push the Button, and they obviously stopped me. I'm like, okay, thank you very much for coming. And I was like, yeah, thank you. And they obviously cut me in the first round.
You should have sang Santa Baby.
Santa baby. Yeah, I should have sang that song.
Slipper, slipper, la. I think that's
So
also how we connected, filming that music video.
yeah. So yeah, I was never in a pop group
Yet.
yet. I think I'm a bit
Yet.
too old now to be
Yet.
in a pop group.
No worries. I mean, I say never. Look at Susan Boyle. You know what I
There
mean?
we go.
There
I
you
could
go.
be Susan Boyle.
I'm not saying you should be Susan Boyle. I'm just
I'm
saying,
not.
don't give up on your dream of being in a girl group, okay?
It's not
It
my
could be
dream,
you,
but
it could be you, Chloe, and then who could be the third person?
you.
Me. That's not really a girl group.
Our girl group. Sorry.
But yeah, we could be a band between the three of us. I feel like between the three of us, we have a lot of personality and
Yeah, we do.
a lot of charisma and a lot of dance capability. And I would actually like to see that happening.
Okay,
I would,
yeah,
yeah,
we'll do it then.
yeah, we'll do that. All right, madam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Play. This is called Sip a chai or play with rye. So you sip your chai if you don't want to play with rye, but if you do want to
Okay.
play with rye, you play with rye. That sounds disgusting, but that is not what I mean.
Okay.
All right. You have two beautiful, beautiful, beautiful children, Ernie, or as I like to call them, Ernestine and Reginald. Reginald has just vomited over the carpet, and he is very, 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 very nasty. And no, that was Reggie.
Yeah, that was
Ernie,
Reggie. Ernie the
Ernie's,
cat is
Ernie,
in the room now.
Ernie, the obese cat is not. He's not obese.
He's not obese. He's just fluffy. He's not obese.
No. All right. Who would you rather? Okay, I'm gonna throw some circumstances your way, and you're
Hmm.
gonna tell me who would you rather hire to be your PT?
What, my cat or my dog?
Yeah,
My
just
cat.
imagine.
My cat,
Okay, Ernie. All right.
Ernie.
Uh, go to a 5-day festival and like just what you do on festivals, do with that person. Ready?
Reggie, because he would go wild, whereas
I
Ernie's a
think
bit too chilled.
I feel like Ernie's too like already. Yeah, I agree with you. Do a spa vacation with.
Ernie, the cat, he's so chilled.
Hire to be your personal assistant.
Probably Ernie because he seems a little bit more kind of level-headed, um, and more organized than Reggie.
Got it. I just want to push the button in the background just for the sake of ambiance. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. Maybe for good reasons.
Oh yeah, I can hear it now.
All right, cool. Who would you hire to be your Alcoholic Anonymous coach?
Ernie, the
Who
cat.
would you who would you cast as a Disney character, and what would you cast them in?
Oh, probably Ernie as oh no, that's not Disney.
What were you gonna say? Just say it.
Well, I was just gonna say Ernie as the lion in The Wizard of Oz because he looks like he has a mane.
I agree with that. That isn't Disney, but I'll let you go with that. Okay.
Disney.
I'll let you go. If you were a musical, what would you be, and what would it be called? The title.
Oh, the title.
Yeah.
Uh,
On your feet. This is rapid. This is very quick.
oh,
What would it be?
Georgie in the sky.
Georgie in the sky. What would the story be? Tell me a pitch quickly. I'm gonna count you down to 5. Just make it up. 5,
So
4,
I'm a
3.
girl that's always wanted to fly, and then I meet the fairy in the bottom of the garden that helps me realize that I'm actually a fairy and I have wings and I can fly.
I like that. Who would star in it?
What? My cat, obviously.
How about as the star?
No, Ernie would just be like the wise cat in the tree that gives me advice.
Okay.
Um, who else would be in it?
Ernie is
Um,
definitely the fave.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ernie's definitely in there. You would be in there as well
Okay. But
as my
who's gonna star as the girl? Who's gonna star as the girl?
as the girl. Isla Fisher.
I have no clue who that is,
Oh,
but
she's
yes.
just a ginger actress.
Okay, I'm gonna count you down from 5, okay? And you are gonna sing me the theme tune to Georgie Wants to Fly. Was that it?
Georgie in the Sky.
Georgie in the Sky, okay? And do a little dance. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Georgie in the sky.
Keep going, keep going.
She's just a girl that's learned to fly.
Ooh, I like this. Give me 2 more bars. 2 more.
She met the fairy in the bottom of the garden. And now she can fly.
I am here for this. All right. If you were a food, what would you be?
A pumpkin.
If you were a drink, what would you be?
Vodka and cranberry.
If you were a song, what would you be?
Uh, Sandstorm.
Can you sing it a little bit?
You know that song? Do you know the song?
It sounds like BBC News or
Yeah, that's what
EastEnders.
I would be. That's a bit too dramatic for me.
Okay, cool. So that's who you would be. What would you rather, espresso martini or lychee?
Espresso martini.
5-day festival or a 5-day on a movie set?
Maybe a movie set.
Okay, cool. I am now going to set you a challenge, okay? You have a choice. I'm going to name you some famous people, okay? And you have to translate them into personal trainers. Now, either I want to hear you as them, telling me what their strengths would be. So like, hi, I'm so and so. Or you can do your best group exercise voice where, you know, when somebody goes down, like Chloe says, come on, who can do this? Do you know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Your first personality is Britney Spears as a personal trainer.
Okay, so.
And what would her speciality be, by the way?
She would definitely be a spin instructor.
Okay, go. You're Britney Spears as a spin instructor.
Oh baby, am I allowed to sing?
You have to do it as Britney. You are Britney. You are Britney. Come on.
Okay, guys. So today we are climbing 2 hills and we have 2 sprints. Are you ready? Let's go.
Could I just say, you didn't even do this. I'm very sad. You have to impersonate them.
I'm not good at impersonation.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't
I'm
you do
really
this?
not.
Gemma Clark as a personal trainer.
I don't know who that.
GC from The Only Way is Essex.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, for crying out loud. Fine. Diplo the DJ.
Oh, I don't. I would think he would be a power lifter.
Okay, cool. Got it. I'm just gonna give you that. Like you're not impersonating them. We're just gonna move on. Morgan Freeman, what would his speciality be?
Yoga, 100%. Like mindfulness. You can imagine him like in a yoga class. Like you've got your eyes closed.
Yeah.
He's like talking you through like sun salutation or whatever it is. Like, yeah, definitely.
Oprah Winfrey.
She would be like a weight loss, like someone to coach you through weight loss.
Okay, cool. Cher.
I think she would be a group exercise instructor, maybe like a Zumba instructor.
All right, cool. David Beckham.
I watched a thing on David Beckham. He loves spin classes.
Okay.
So he'd be a spin instructor, like the rhythm instructor, like and down and up and this
and right and left and right and
right and left and right and left.
That's an inner joke. And lastly, the man on the spotlight, the man on everybody's eyes, Boris Johnson.
Oh, he would not. He would be. Oh no, he would be the fraud of a personal trainer who.
Ouch.
Just talked his way through like signing clients up, but really when it actually came down to it, didn't have a clue.
Yeah, but what would his speciality be?
Yeah, being a crap personal trainer, like the one that's like sold this dream and then he's on his phone checking his tweets rather than...
Is he one of those instructors that is like not really teaching in a room and just filming and he's like, guys, I'm in a sold out class, yeah, give it up.
He's like sold you this dream and you're like, wow, this guy, like, okay, he's got some character to him, but I think he'd do the job for me. And then you realise that he's a complete fraud.
Okay, cool. Georgie, the next game, I did this with Chloe. Hopefully you can do this better. I feel like you can, Chloe. I'm sorry. I'm just very, very sorry. I need you to do the physical exercises now, okay? So are you going to be able to do them?
Well,
so
I can turn my camera on.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Can you see the cat?
I can see Ernie the cat.
And that's the dog cage.
She's controlling Reggie. I'm not gonna lie. Chloe, I love you, but I'm just gonna say it how it is. Okay. The game is called, you know how it's like head, shoulder, knees, and toes?
Yeah.
You're gonna do shoulder, chest, butt, and legs. Shoulder, chest, butt, and legs. Keep doing that, and when I tell you to stop, I'm gonna give you, you know how there's Romanian deadlifts or Bulgarian squats or whatever these situations are. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a country, okay? And you're gonna make up an exercise inspired by that country and that body part. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So if you land on your butt and I say China, you have to make a butt exercise and call it something like the Chinese
Okay.
hopscotch or whatever.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Start singing shoulder, chest, butt, and legs.
Shoulder, chest, butt, and legs. Shoulder, chest, butt, and legs.
Stop! Legs. Okay, Fiji is your first country. I'm gonna count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Fiji squat and hold.
Hey, Chloe, I take my comment back right now. I'm not gonna lie. Again, shoulder, chest, butt, and legs.
Shoulder, chest, butt, and legs. Shoulder, chest.
Stop! You stopped on the butt. Denmark. 5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The
Bye.
Denmark sleep bridge with my dog.
Ready? Okay, back you get. Can I just say, now I understand not having to work out near a dog when we were working out and Reggie was. Okay, ready? Okay, 2
Shoulder,
more.
chest, butt, and legs. Shoulder,
Stop.
chest, butt.
Chest. Zimbabwe.
Oh, chest. Zimbabwe. Okay.
I agree, Chloe.
The Zimbabwe press.
Can I just say there's no innovation at all in any of these exercises, and I'm very disappointed right now in you as a personal trainer because I'm trying to get you booked more personal training jobs and letting people know that you're innovative and you can create. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to redeem yourself.
It's going to be shoulders, right?
Okay, let's do shoulder. You have 3 countries to choose from. Okay, I'm just going to throw them out there, and I'm going to count till 10. You have either Australia, Mexico, or Singapore. Sorry, not Singapore. All right, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
The upside down Australian press.
I'm disappointed, Chloe. I'm disappointed.
I don't know.
I'm very disappointed. I am very, very disappointed. Chloe, you did far better than Georgie did right now. I'm just going to say this. Georgie, that was a solid effort. I'm not going to lie. That was a solid effort. Okay? Next, we'll do a round 2 and hopefully maybe we'll put you 2 against each other. All right, quickly. Have you got your band with you as well?
Yeah, you asked me to. I have a
keep that near you.
Big band or a small band?
Big band, please. Keep that near you. All right. I'm gonna ask you some questions, okay? And you do some bicep curls whilst you're answering them.
Okay.
Ready? 3 pet peeves. All right. For the following online, 3 pet peeves as an instructor.
People not knowing what they're doing. And promoting unhealthy things. People promoting things that could potentially be dangerous to people.
Okay.
And people promoting unhealthy things.
Okay, cool. So that's literally to say, you don't stop bicep curling until I tell you to.
Okay.
Okay. Just one thing. Tell me now. 1-to-1s. Biggest pet peeve.
For the client. Not paying attention to what I'm demonstrating, and then them saying, "What are we doing?"
Don't stop!
Oh God!
Exercises.
The exercises, pet peeve. People.
Don't stop.
People not doing the exercise properly.
Okay, cool. Now you can change an exercise, and I'm gonna throw you some other things. Okay. Ready? Okay. Every time you answer, you can change an exercise.
Okay.
3 biggest fads in the fitness industry currently.
Um,
Don't stop. Nobody told you to
okay.
stop.
What fads are at the moment?
I'm loving this.
I suppose diet fads. Everyone is on a keto diet.
Yeah. One.
Move.
You're meant to change an exercise every time you
Oh yeah.
answer. Second exercise. Come on, quickly, quickly.
Everyone diet teas
Okay,
and
cool.
like deep juice cleansing things.
Okay, cool. Third, change exercise. Change exercise quickly.
And
It's bad form.
dog yoga. Dog yoga. That's a thing. It's a load of rubbish. Dog yoga.
Okay, now I want you to do something with legs with that band, and you're gonna give me 3 tips to be a better swimmer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Focus on your breathing if you're swimming front crawl. Focus on relaxing in the water and be patient. It takes time learning a new skill.
You can change the exercise to something for the chest region, and I'm going to count to 5 and give you the next question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 tips to bulk up. Take your time in this, by the way. Take your time as you're answering this.
Eat
5.
food. You need to be in a calorie surplus. So you need to be eating more calories than what you're expending.
Explain and press ups at the same time. Nobody told you to stop.
So basically, this band is really tight. So basically, you need to be eating more calories than what you're expending.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. Could you say that one more time? Don't stop. Don't stop.
You also need to be eating carbohydrates. Some people think that they don't need to eat carbohydrates. You still need to eat carbohydrates, especially around when you're training. I can't do a press up around the dog.
Well, do something else. All right. Last one. Choose one exercise, and we are going to do fitness myths, and you're going to tell me truth or false. Okay? I think we should go back to the bicep curls. I think they were working heavenly. I've actually
got pump on with my biceps.
There you go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Get into position, start some curls. Oh, you're doing it. Let me push the button on again. Oh yeah, there we go. Sing it, push the button. There you go. Don't forget the form. All right, are you ready? Biggest fitness myths, true or false? No pain, no gain.
False.
Why?
Because
keep curling.
If
keep
you
curling.
feel pain when you're doing an exercise, you're most likely doing it wrong.
Okay, next one. Weight training is not good if you want to lose weight. Keep curling. Nobody told you to stop.
That's
why?
False. Weight training is actually a really good way of changing your body composition.
Nobody told you to stop, Georgie.
And losing weight.
Okay, women need different exercises than men. True or false? Nobody's telling you to stop. Keep curling. Why?
False. Because we all have the same body parts, and we
Georgie,
still need to
do a squat press. Do a squat press.
Yeah, we still need to work the same body parts.
Yeah.
Females shouldn't just do lower body. Upper body is super important.
Okay, next one. Reduce fat. I can reduce fat in one area. Keep going. Keep going.
No,
keep going.
That's a load of crap. Your body stores fat in certain areas, but you can't choose where you're going to lose body fat from.
I feel like you can squat lower, but I'm gonna let you have that right now. You can burn more fat on an empty stomach. Keep going. Nobody's telling you to stop.
Doing fasted cardio actually doesn't help you burn fat.
Georgie, you're stopping in between. I'm not liking this. Guys, keep going. Just keep going. Keep going. You've got 3 more.
So you can, if you like to have breakfast, you can eat breakfast and then train. It's not going to affect you burning fat or losing weight.
All right, last one. Shakes are great for weight loss. Keep going. Nobody's told you to stop.
No. If you're trying to lose weight, you're in a calorie deficit, which means you're probably eating less food than what you usually do. So why would you want to consume food in a liquid form? Eat real food.
Got it. Last one. Last one. I know that's not the last one. Eat only egg whites, not the yolk.
No, false.
Why?
Because in the yolks, there's
Keep
actually
going.
really
Keep
good.
going.
There's really good nutrients in the yolk.
Yeah.
So if you want to diet,
Yeah.
you'll have maybe
Keep
like
going.
2 eggs and then 2 egg whites if you're worried about calories, but you should still have the yellow part, the yolk. This is burning my hand.
Okay, now do some toe taps quickly for 20 seconds. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, you can stop. I'm just messing with you.
For God's sake.
Did you have a nice workout, Georgie?
I'm hot now.
That was revenge. Revenge, revenge, revenge.
Are you making you work out?
For making me work out when all I want to do is just be fat and happy and have the body that I want, whilst being able to eat donuts, crappy food, and not working out.
You can't.
All I want is an 8-pack, muscle definition, a chiseled chest, ass that just won't crack, thighs of thunder, and you just can't make that happen. And I don't like that. I want to be on the same lifestyle I'm at and just be able to achieve those. Find me a solution.
You can't. Sorry. I'm not your fairy godmother.
Ouch. Ouch. Well, Georgie, we have come to an end. And we're quickly going to finish this up. Did you have a nice time doing all of that?
Yeah, I had loads of fun.
I think Chloe's going to be pissed on some other people because I made them do interpretive dancing and things like that.
Oh, really?
But everything is catered to every single person, okay? I can't make Georgie do interpretive dancing because that's not her USP. Georgie's USP is working out, singing, being in a girl group, being amazing, and doing the buttons dance. Could you do the, I'm telling you to loosen up my...
I'm not doing it. That's on my Instagram. You can
check that out.
Look at my Instagram page and watch the video.
Okay, I'll do that. Breathe, breathe. All right, Georgie, we're going to end with some nice stuff. What words of wisdom would you give to your mirror self today?
You are much more confident and much more, you have more ability than you think you do.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much and be patient.
Nice one. Got the hiccups all of a sudden. Pardon me. Peaks and valleys. I ask this to all of my guests. A peak is the highest point of your life, personal, professional, whatever. What lesson you learned from it. A valley is a low point of your life. What lesson you learned from that, and what was it? One of each.
So peak is probably scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef. But that's it was also a very sad moment as well, because I realized the damage what we've done to the planet.
Yeah.
So something so beautiful that is basically dead. But what I saw of it was absolutely incredible and amazing. Yeah. And I nearly got lost down there as well. So it was kind of...
Don't mess with nature.
Don't mess with nature. A bad moment in my life, probably... I don't know. Trying to think something that's not too depressive.
Feel free to do. You don't have to particularly say it, but you could just be like, "This was the time when X happened," and then.
Oh, then maybe when I was like 18, just had a really bad time in my life.
Yeah. What lesson have you learned from that time?
That you can't control other people's actions. You can just control how you react to things.
Life coach as well, you guys. Just saying. Just saying. Well, what upcoming projects do you have, Georgie Bloy?
Well, I'm currently developing. Well, I'm currently developing something for fitness, but I'm not
You
going to
are,
give too much
you are,
away.
you are, and I'm very excited about that. I can't
Not
wait.
I'm not giving too much away, but it should be something to uh, future-proof my business, let's say.
It's a very great idea. I'm here for it, and you know I'm here supporting it. I
Thanks.
love that. I love the idea. Thank you for letting me know about it. Where can people find you or contact
Uh,
you for stuff?
on Instagram, Georgie Bloy, my name. I also have a YouTube channel as well, but I don't upload much on there now. But if you want to learn how to swim, go on the
It is.
channel. But yeah, Instagram mainly you can find me.
Your YouTube channel is amazing, by the way. I was watching it. It has some really, really, really great things on there. Lastly, two questions. What's your favorite type of chai? And
Uh,
also any lasting words?
mint tea,
Mint tea.
fresh
Mint,
mint tea, fresh
fresh
mint
mint.
tea, my favorite.
Nice. And any lasting words you would like to say?
Um, yeah, something I mentioned earlier. You don't have control over what other people do and their actions or their thoughts, but you control how you react to those people.
Just, I feel like you should start your classes and your PT lessons like that from now on. Guys, I just want to let you know, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. But you don't control other people's actions, but you can control yourself. Thank you so much, Georgie. I
Thanks
love
for
you.
inviting me.
This has been so much fun. I love you. I'm going to talk to you soon after this. And remember, like I said, all I want is to have the chiseled chest, bulging biceps, thunder thighs, all of those things, but be able to eat the donuts and the crappy food that I'm eating right now. Make that happen for me, okay?
Moderation. You could still have a donut and still have.
I don't like those answers right now, is what I'm saying. You're not giving me what I want.
It's moderation. You're going to have to make some changes to your diet.
I don't, it's not going to want to, what makes this flower blossom, okay? Just saying.
You can
Thank you
still have a
so.
donut though.
I probably will. I'll probably have donuts and wine after this. Thank you so much. I adore you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll speak to you soon. Have a great rest of Thursday. Bye.
Bye. Bye.